We are tonight's entertainment.
What the fuck is this, Chet?
This is a tasty burger.
Were you rushing or were you dragging?
You like Huey Lewis in the news?
Is this your homework, Larry?
Why just spill your beans?
Welcome back to the motherfucking film scoop. This isn't the damn film fucking.
This ain't your mom's fucking movie podcast, dude. This is the real.
This is the motherfucking.
This is the real deal, brother.
This is the motherfucking scoop.
Yeah.
If you guys are ever just wondering, like, I wonder what the damn scoop is right now. I wonder what's going on in the world.
Yeah.
I wonder what's going on.
Guess what? You're in the right fucking place.
You're in the right place.
Yeah. We're gonna unveil it.
To Awesome Town.
We're gonna tear your ticket now, brother.
You can step to the right.
Right this way.
Remove your hat and take the stuff out of your pockets.
I'm gonna wave you down.
Yeah, welcome back, gang. Listen, I need to apologize because for some reason our Challengers episode last week, the audio got fucked up. I have no idea how that happened. It was just something with GarageBand. You know, we record on a 15-year-old program, and that's our fault, I guess. But it's the first time it's fucked up. So I'm just gonna keep it rolling. I mean, we did a couple mic tests. We did as much as we could. There's no explanation. I have no idea why it happened. My only guess is that I had too many things running, and it just overworked the laptop.
I told you can't run Brazzers, Xvideos, and
I don't want to lose my place. I don't want to close out.
You're hitting them with a trifecta.
Yeah. So yeah, I listened back to the episode because I do that to get sound bites for TikTok, and it was painful. Like I feel bad that people had to listen to that.
What a subpar product that we put out.
I know.
That was like Burger King level quality of a podcast. That's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, not good.
Yeah.
So I feel bad. So I'm sorry about that. It shouldn't happen again. If it does, we'll start using a new program. But it should be working. We did some test runs. Looks everything seems up to snuff.
We did the extended mic test and then a backup mic test, and
both sounded crisp.
Yeah. What else do you do? You know.
Yeah.
We've sealed all the holes.
Yeah. This ship is not sinking.
Yeah, there's no way.
Yeah. So first up, we got some news. Did you have a scoop of life?
I didn't have a scoop of life. No.
I did not either.
Yeah, work just fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to fill out an incident report because an old guy scraped his arm. His fucking skin's barely holding on, I guess, and it just fell off.
How about get over it?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's
insane.
Like,
I cannot explain to you how mad I was, but he walked up to me and went, "You got any gauze or anything?" I went, "What the fuck did you do?"
A gauze?
Gauze.
What is gauze?
Gauze, like a bandage, like a wrap. Like when you see people that are like wrapped up like from a burn, that's gauze.
Why not just say like a bandage?
Because it's called gauze.
I've never heard that.
You're a fucking idiot, dude.
Awesome.
I promise you.
I mean, insults right off the bat. I mean, hell yeah.
I promise you, everyone listening's heard of gauze before.
I've never heard of that. Y'all can let us know.
Sorry, you've never gotten a boo-boo before.
Oh, I've gotten a boo-boo. I've given you a boo-boo.
What? Gave me a
boo-boo? We don't need to get into that.
When'd you give me a boo-boo?
You're fucking it up. Never mind. It was a gay joke.
Oh, you're talking about my butt boo-boo.
Let's just move on, Carl. Let's just move on. There's nowhere to go from this now. You ruined it, all right? Anyways, we've got some news to go over. I just showed you.
Yep.
David Corenswet as Superman. First image.
Cash showed me two images. Sure. One was for masturbatory purposes of David in the gym.
With the guns out.
Looking like how if I had to draw a picture of myself, that's what I would draw.
Yeah.
But it's not how I look at all.
He's jacked to the gills.
Yeah, he's just wildly, incredibly.
Yep.
Just.
I mean, he's snorting
incredible
protein.
to look at. Yeah. Yeah. He's just. I don't know. He's out of this world.
Yeah.
But the second one, yeah. Got it. The second one is him as Superman, and I could not be more excited for that movie.
Yep.
It looks so good.
Yep. We've stated our excitement for Superman on this podcast before. That's nothing new. It's going to be awesome. James Gunn never misses with comic book movies. And I've been waiting for a comic accurate Superman for my whole life. I mean, what? So we got Superman Returns in 2006. I haven't seen that. I don't know how good of a Superman incarnation that is. I know people don't like the movie much, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, there was some really cool stuff in it, but I don't like it that much. I know Kevin Spacey goes kryptonite in the movie.
It's awesome.
Yeah. And it's, I don't know, it's kind of dumb.
Just since I've been living, we haven't gotten a comic accurate Superman.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Henry Cavill as Superman, but I think he has his flaws. And I think ultimately the problem with that version is that it was written by Zack Snyder.
Yeah.
So it's just not what you want. I mean, Zack just tried to change stuff, like, for no reason.
Yeah. And there's some people that, like, hold Man of Steel up to this incredible, like, prestige, like, as this amazing thing. I wish I was one of those people. I wish I loved that movie because I want to like anything Superman related, but I just don't.
Well, I like Man of Steel a lot. Man of Steel's a 4-star for me. I think it's a great movie, but I don't think it's very Superman. So if you're wanting a Superman movie, it may not do it for you.
Yeah.
But if you're just wanting like a good time, it's a good time. That's kind of how I see it. But I wanted just traditional, just bald Lex Luthor.
Yep.
I wanted, Superman, Lois, Perry White, Jimmy Olsen, Daily Planet. I wanted a bright, vibrant suit, which I can't tell yet if we're getting a vibrant suit because the picture they released, it's kind of dark and we can't really get the best look at it in daylight. Because I don't like Henry Cavill's suit. I think it kind of looks like shit.
I think it's bright though. If you compare his boots and pant legs to the rest of them, it's his boots and pant legs are a lot brighter. But for the picture they posted, he's gotten fucked up a little bit. His suit's dirty. So I think that when he touches down initially, he's gonna be pretty bright.
Yeah.
And plus, it's not like James to do muted colors. He's very bold.
Yeah. I think his suit looks awesome. I mean, that's all we can really talk about. It's not a trailer.
Yeah.
It's just a picture of the suit. But I love the collar. The collar caught a lot of people off guard, and some people don't like it. I think it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I think suits most of the time in live action are going to look better if you add a collar. It just feels more natural.
Yeah.
I don't like Henry Cavill's big neck hole, his big V-neck hole that he has.
Yeah.
Where you can see the sides of his shoulders kind of. I don't like that. I love the boots. We got fucking trunks finally.
Yes.
Fucking
dude.
Superman trunks.
Hell
Let's
yeah.
fucking go.
People made such a big deal about that whenever Zack said he was doing a Superman movie, and he was like, "We're getting rid of the red trunks." I'm like, "What? Why is that a big deal?"
I mean, I think it looks stupid.
It looks.
I think it looks stupid
weird.
to not
it looks
have
like he's
them.
wearing a latex suit.
Looks like he's wearing a onesie.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care if it's trunks or like a, I don't know what you would call it, but underwear. You know how there's Superman that
like the brief.
Yeah,
style?
briefs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't care either way how whichever one you pick.
You need
But
something
you need
to
to
break
have.
it up.
It needs to go from blue to a red pant item, and then back to blue for the legs.
Yeah.
And that's what James is doing. And I think the logo looks sick. It's like the Kingdom Come logo.
Yeah, I love the logo.
I mean, he's jacked. It just looks great.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
He's delivering everything that he's said so far.
Yeah. Looks so awesome. I mean, there's not much else we can say. I'm sold.
You guys can't see this, but he's not actually looking at the Superman picture. He's looking at the David working out picture.
Don't tell them what I'm doing. I mean, that's just insane.
He's got it saved on his phone.
That's great. I do have it saved on my phone. But yeah, we'll move on. That Corenswet looks awesome. Suit looks awesome. He's jacked. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, Bernard Hill. I'm assuming it's Bernard. I heard someone say Bernard, but he's British, so it could just be like
I think
British
that's how British people say Bernard.
But yeah, Bernard Hill, star of Lord of the Rings. Rest in peace. Awesome actor.
Yep.
Created some iconic movie moments. So that sucks.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to him. You didn't watch this, but there's a Megalopolis teaser.
Megalopolis?
Yeah. You don't even know what that is.
The old movie?
No. You gotta get more out there. You need to know more what's going on.
Explain it to me.
Megalopolis is Francis Ford Coppola's new movie.
Oh, okay.
That he's been working on for like 20 years.
I remember you telling me about that, yeah.
Yeah, they released like a 2-minute clip. And I can just I can explain it to you if you want, like what happens in it. Or not.
No, you can tell me. Does it look cool?
Yeah, it looks awesome. It's the synopsis of the movie is an architect tries to rebuild New York City into a, what is it called? Like a perfect city.
Utopia?
A utopia following a natural disaster that destroys the whole city. And the clip is Adam Driver on a tall building. He steps outside of a tall building onto like a ledge, and then he leans forward like he's about to fall off, and then he says, I think he says pause, and then he freezes and the whole world freezes. All the cars below on the road freeze and stop in time. And then he like pulls himself back up and like unfreezes, and then everything goes back to normal. That's the
Holy
end.
cow.
So looks like he has powers or something. I don't know. But the reports are that like it's having a hard time finding a home, and like studios don't want to invest in it because they say it doesn't have an audience and it's too weird. So people like us hear it's too weird and we're like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna be awesome.
Give me weird.
Yeah. So not too much to go off of, but it looks like it has a sci-fi element, which is awesome. I love sci-fi.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it could be cool. Like a program for like planning the build, like he can build it like in VR almost, and maybe that's what he's doing.
Could be.
Yeah.
Who knows? Giancarlo Esposito's been cast in the MCU.
Ooh.
We don't know what role, but that's official. He said it himself. And I'm hoping it's not a villain. I'm hoping they give him something cool to do.
They definitely give him a villain, dude.
Just stop it. Just stop.
Definitely
Let that poor
did.
guy play a fun character for once. He's a talented actor. He can do more than play a villain. But he's surely going to be a villain. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Doctor Doom. Even though I think they're supposed to be the same age.
Yeah, it would be.
They don't have to do that. I mean, they can change it however they want. But
well, I think Victor and Sue Storm are like love interests, and Reed Richards winds up getting her, and there's kind of like a rivalry between Reed and Victor.
Yeah, but like I said, they don't have to do that if they don't want. They can change it.
That's true.
I mean, Zack Snyder changed Lex Luthor, so was it for the best? No, but he did it, so they can do whatever they want. You do not want to fight this guy.
The old Elmo Luthor.
Yeah, I hope it's a hero, not a villain, or even if it's not like a hero, if it's just like a Nick Fury or something. Like, just someone who's not a villain would be cool.
You know what they should stop doing? Kang shit.
Yep.
Just give up. Just
stop it. Don't even recast it. Just act like it didn't happen.
Yeah.
And just move on. There's enough cool Marvel villains. Yeah. You don't need Kang. Mike Flanagan is in talks to direct the final 2 Exorcist films.
That's all part of the Believer?
Yeah.
Ugh.
See, I'm the opposite reaction. I think that's what the franchise needs. And I think Flame God would fuck the shit out of some Exorcist. And that's like the only possible thing. If you said make a list of things that would make you excited for the next 2 Exorcist films, I'd say Mike Flanagan directing it. That's probably the only thing on the list.
Yeah.
And or like the lady who did the first Omen, I'd be pretty excited about.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it. And like he's just in talks. It's not official, but I really hope he can do that and bring the franchise back to the light. Revive it.
Or to the dark. Because it's scary.
Hell yeah. I want to see him work, because he's worked in it's not technically a franchise, but Dr. Sequel was like based on source material, and he knocked it out of the park.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he always kind of does stuff based on source material.
Yeah.
Most of his stuff is.
I think, I mean, he's a great director, but I don't know, the Exorcist movies are just so like, all the sequels are just so stinky.
Yeah.
And
they are. That's the point.
I know. It's hard for me to like.
We want this to happen, so they won't be. Now.
It's hard for me to get excited about like anything that they say.
Oh, it's hard for you to get excited about a Mike Flanagan movie? That's your loss, pal.
I'm excited for a Mike Flanagan movie. I'm not excited for an Exorcist movie. I just don't want to.
You're looking at it all wrong.
Shit. It's when you added the tagline "Exorcist" behind it. I went, ugh.
You're looking at it all wrong, though.
Oh yeah.
Mike Flanagan would make these movies good. We're getting someone who is good that's coming in and making them good because they fucking suck.
I'm telling you how I feel right now. And I feel angry at the thought of another Exorcist movie.
I don't want him to do any more Netflix series. I know people really like his Netflix series, and I love The Haunting of Hill House, but I just don't like shows. They're too long, and I don't like spending the time watching them. So even though I'm sure Midnight Mass is great, I'm sure all the Bly Manor, I'm sure they're all great, but I just want movies. I just want to be able to sit down for 2 hours and watch the whole thing and be done.
Yeah.
I don't want to watch an 8-episode miniseries. And I didn't finish The Fall of House Usher, whatever it's called, but I didn't really like it that much when I was watching it.
Dude, that
I know people said who watched the whole thing that it was like possibly the best thing he's ever done.
Holy shit.
So it has good reviews. I wasn't that into it. And that's probably not his fault. That's probably just me having a problem watching miniseries. I'm just not. It has to blow me away for me to want to keep watching a show.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. And I was the same way with House of Usher and Midnight Mass. Like, I think I went on a few episodes further than you in Midnight Mass, and I just eventually just gave up. I was like, I just don't really care about what's going on anymore.
I don't think, other than Haunting of Hill House, I don't think I want a horror-based show. I think horror works great in movies, but it's not really something I want like to watch a whole show of.
Yeah.
I know Hill House works, but that's also because there's great like family drama, which I know all the other ones have too, but I don't know. I just want him to go back to movies.
Yeah.
No, that's me personally.
Yeah, I want some movies.
And I would love for him to revive the Exorcist franchise, because that's just, there's so much you can do with it. You're not boxed into anything really. Like, all you have to do to make an Exorcist movie is have someone have an exorcism and then play the cool song.
Yeah.
Like, you can write whatever kind of story you want really, but you just have this badass fucking song that you get to play.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I don't remember a ton from Believer, but I know like they brought back the fucking mom and stuff, and like I don't know if that was that guy that made it doing dumb shit, or if that was a studio like, no, we need this for.
No, that was him doing dumb shit. Because
Okay.
he made the Halloween trilogy, so he does dumb shit.
Wow. Well, there you go.
Yeah. No, Flame God would come in and he'd whip his cock out and he'd write his own shit.
That would be good.
Yeah. I want that to happen. It would be so cool if Flame God just like went through every major horror franchise and did like one of each, He made like one Nightmare on Elm Street movie, moved on to the next, made a Scream movie, moved on to the next.
That would be
and just
nuts.
like did the rounds with every franchise and made the best movie in every franchise. That'd be so funny.
Or he signs a 10-movie contract to do the next 10 Pope's Exorcists.
You've never had a better idea in your life. Holy
Pope's
shit, I'm
anthology.
Yeah, I hope that happens. That's got me really excited. Because if that doesn't happen, I don't know what they're going to do with those Exorcist movies. Because you can't have David Gordon Green do them again. You just can't. You just can't. I mean, that one was so bad. And I think it did shitty at the box office, too.
Yeah.
Which if an Exorcist movie does bad at the box office, you failed.
Yeah. They spent a ton of money getting the licensing for it, too.
Yeah. It has... Yeah, they did. I think it was like $400 million or something.
It was like...
Not even including the production budget. Just having the rights to do it, I think it was $400 million.
It was the most expensive like movie that I think they'd done in a long time. And he blew it.
Yeah. It has to be someone else. You have to get a newcomer. Someone on the up and up, or get Flanagan or something. I mean, get Chris Stuckman. I don't care. I mean, somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's all for news. But we've got some Ryan Gosling trivia. We forgot to mention that. This is our Ryan Gosling episode.
Yeah, this is a handsomest guy in the world episode.
This is the
literally
me episode.
This is the Jack to the Tits episode.
Yeah, Jack to the Tits. Yeah, so we're gonna rank all of his performances in light of The Fall Guy coming out.
Yep.
But this is our Ryan Gosling trivia portion.
Yes.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
I'll go first because I think you have one extra than me.
Okay.
All right.
I hope we don't have any repeats.
We might. This first one might be something that you have. But what is tattooed on Ryan Gosling's neck in Place Beyond the Pines?
I don't have this, and I don't think I know it.
Ooh, it's a word. It's in really crazy like writing style. A font.
Loyalty?
No.
Is it something like that?
No.
Something funny?
Not really. It's kind of like, oh shit.
Death?
It's not. No.
Blood? I don't know.
No, it's heartthrob.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten that.
Makes my penis tingle a little bit. You know what I mean?
Hell yeah. I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Okay. My next question is, what superhero has Ryan Gosling said he'd like to play in the Marvel universe?
I think I know this. I know that the fan casts for him have been Nova, but I don't think that's something he's said. I think that's just what other people want.
Yeah.
Is it funny?
No.
Okay, it's like a genuine...
Ryan's a cool guy, and this would be a cool guy.
Ghost Rider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
I remember that.
Okay. What is Ryan's highest grossing movie?
Can I pull up his movies on Letterboxd?
Yeah.
And like...
Yeah, no problem.
Just get a full view of them.
It's kind of obvious when you think about it.
Blade Runner flopped. Okay, so a bunch of indie movies. First Man, Gray Man. See, Blade Runner flopped in terms of its budget, but it still could be the highest. Oh, it's Barbie.
Yeah, it's Barbie.
Do you know the second most?
The second most is La La Land, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was probably going to be my guess.
La La Land?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, when you look at it, you're like, oh, it's Barbie.
Yeah,
like,
I wasn't thinking about like a side performance.
Yeah, when you say it, you're like, oh, fuck, it could be this or this.
Yeah, I was thinking about like lead roles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and my last question, this is kind of hard, but in what movie does Ryan Gosling say, it doesn't feel good, it hurts?
Do it again?
It doesn't feel good. It hurts.
I mean, the way you're saying it, it sounds like Holland March.
I mean, it's not Holland March. She says hurts how, and he says like a burn.
Isn't it Place Beyond the Pines?
No. This is in reference to people touching him. No, it's in reference to how hugs feel to him.
Lars.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Yeah, it's Lars and the Real Girl.
I'll see you at work tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Dude, that movie is so funny.
All right, that's it?
That's it, yeah.
Okay. Ryan gained 60 pounds for a role and then was fired for being too fat.
Oh my god.
What's the role what's the film that he was auditioning? Or
The Lovely Bones?
Doing? Yeah. Lovely Bones.
For the pedophile.
Yeah. Name the 3 directors that Ryan has worked with more than once.
Damien. Not Black.
Should be Black.
Should be Black. I mean, fingers crossed that it's Black.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna look at my list of his movies real fast.
I mean, I
can't
really do that with this question. That you'll just see the answers.
Well, there's movies that I don't know like who directed it.
Yeah, but like typically with trivia, you can't look at the movies. That kind of defeats the purpose.
You looked at my movies. Well, the second guy, I don't know.
That was because it was box office. Like me looking at the poster doesn't help me.
Well, the second guy, I don't know his name. I don't remember his name.
Well, what movies did you just say? The 2 movies.
Drive and Only God Forgives.
Yeah, that's one of them. Nicholas Winding Refn.
Winding Refn, yeah. And then the third one. I don't think I know the third one. I don't think I know the third one.
Wolfman.
Wolfman? Who's doing Wolfman?
Him and Ryan were making Wolfman, and then they got replaced.
Oh, fuck.
So just name the 2 movies.
I don't remember who you said was going to make Wolfman.
Awesome. Derek C. in France.
Oh, yeah.
What do you make?
I don't know.
So you're just saying, like,
no, I don't,
for no reason. You don't know who that is.
No, I don't remember what you said he did.
Blue Valentine and Place Beyond the Pines.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Awesome.
What a fucking heavy weight, dude.
Yep. That's awesome.
It's pretty gross.
Yep. What 3 films has Ryan been Oscar nominated for?
Nominated? I can't remember if he won La La Land or if he didn't win La La Land now.
It doesn't make a difference.
Okay,
What
La
3
La Land,
nominations?
Barbie, and First Man?
Nope.
Let's get a little notebook.
Nope.
Let's get a little fucking Place Beyond the Pines.
Nope.
Get a little fucking Blue Valentine.
Nope.
All right. Should we just keep naming movies
If you want.
until I get there?
Sure.
Let's try. Half Nelson.
Yep.
Oh, there we go. That's the one.
Yep. What's the name of the film Ryan directed?
I don't know. I know he directed a movie, but I don't know what he did.
Lost River.
Lost River.
Yep.
Do you happen to know if it's good?
I can look at the Letterboxd score. It's not very well known. Letterboxd is a 3.1.
It's not bad.
It's not bad.
Not bad at all.
Last one. What did Holland's wife say he makes a living off of in The Nice Guys?
Hanky Panky.
No.
No?
No.
Oh, fuck. Because I don't know what the fuck. She's British. Fuck. It's not Hanky Panky?
No.
Is it Hanky something?
No.
What the fuck do British people say? Oh. Humpy Pumpy?
It's close.
Is it Huffy something?
No.
Dude, I'm dancing around and I feel it. Oh,
You're
God.
fucking happy feet on the,
I know.
on the damn answer. right now.
I'm so close. Rumpy Pumpy?
That's it.
Rumpy Pumpy?
Rumpy Pumpy.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck it means. Point is,
I don't know what the fuck. She was British.
yeah, that's all my questions. But while I was researching The Nice Guys, trying to find some trivia, some new shit has come to light. All right?
Okay, hit me with it.
As you guys know, I'm a fan of The Nice Guys.
Yes.
We reference it all the time. It's in the intro for the podcast. What the fuck is this, Chet?
Classic line.
And I found out today that Chet, the actor who plays Chet, is Val Kilmer's son.
What?
And his name is Jack Kilmer.
Jack Kilmer.
Jack Kilmer.
Oh my God.
I saw that. I saw his name was Jack Kilmer, and I was like, that's a coincidence.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I clicked on him, and then it said he was in the documentary for Val. And I was like, no fucking way. Like, there's no way. You're pulling my cock.
Yeah.
So then I looked it up, and Val Kilmer's his dad. And it makes sense because Val Kilmer was in Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Yeah.
So he's close with Shane Black. So Shane Black probably like has known Jack Kilmer like for a while as a kid. I just thought that was so funny.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Tell them about the other credit.
This is I've been saying that they should do a Nice Guys Kiss Kiss Bang Bang like crossover movie.
Yeah.
Which isn't really possible anymore with Val Kilmer's condition, but this just solidifies the fact that it's a connected universe.
Yeah. It's Shane's
is young Perry, obviously.
noir universe, yeah.
Yeah.
He's young gay Perry. He just doesn't know he's gay. He doesn't know he's gay yet.
He doesn't know he's gay, and he doesn't know he's going to be a lawyer.
Yeah.
He's not a lawyer. He's a
detective.
He's a detective.
Yeah.
Anyways,
and that he's going to change his name to Perry.
Yeah. But yeah, I was looking at the cast list for The Nice Guys, and there's a character named Pornocchio. I just thought that was awesome.
Funny.
There's a character named Dork.
Dork?
Yeah.
Oh, when you said that, I thought you said there's a character named Torque.
No.
And I was like, what a fucking kick-ass porn name, dude.
No. Pornocchio.
Pornocchio.
Also, Buddy.
Buddy.
How do you know my name was Buddy?
Can't forget about Buddy. I know my name was Buddy.
Yeah, that's all I got. So we can go into the watch list now. Did you have anything?
No.
Okay. The first up's Fall Guy, but we'll save that.
Yep.
We'll save that for last. I watched Back to the Future 2.
Hell yeah.
I watched Back to the Future. Last episode I talked about it.
Yep.
But I felt like watching the sequel because I've seen one like 10 times. I've seen one numerous times. But 2 I think I'd only seen once. Both of the sequels. I had seen 2 once and I had never seen 3. So I watched 2 again. And it's so fucking good.
It is really good.
I mean, I feel like Back to the Future doesn't get talked about as one of the best trilogies of all time very often. And it should.
Hell yeah.
Because 1 is a 5, obviously. If you don't think it's 5, open your eyes.
Evan.
Evan. And then both of the sequels for me, spoiler alert for my watch list, they're both 4.5s.
Oh,
So
shit. I didn't think you liked the third one that much.
I loved it. I love all 3 of them. And I think that when you watch them all so close together, they work so well together as a story. Which some trilogies feel very like when you get to the second movie, you can tell that the studio was like, okay, what do we do now? The first one
Yeah.
was good. How do we do a second one? Like, each movie in the trilogy has a cliffhanger ending leading into the next movie.
Yeah.
At the end of one, Doc shows back up and he goes, "We gotta go to the future, Marty. It's your kids.
Marty.
Something has to be done about your kids."
Yeah.
And then at the end of 2, spoiler alert for the end of Back to the Future 2. At the end of 2, Doc gets sent back to 1885 and Marty's there alone. So then Marty has to find 1955 Doc to help him get back to 1885 Doc. So 2 ends with a cliffhanger because now he has to go back to 1885 in the third movie to get Doc. And they all like lead into the next one as this ripple effect of, I guess the first one isn't really a ripple effect and it's more just Doc was like roaming around and saw that Marty's kids were fucked.
Yeah, yeah.
But the second movie is like a ripple effect of the third movie is a ripple effect of what happened in 2.
Yeah.
So they all just work together so well, and they're all so consistently funny and well written and well acted, and the sets they build are amazing, and the music by Alan Silvestri is great, and 2 is really fucking dark.
Yeah, dude.
Like 1 and 3 are pretty happy for the most part. Like 1 is just him trying to get his parents together. Like that's fun hijinks.
Yeah.
You know, it's all pretty
Almost have
lighthearted.
sex with your mom.
Yeah.
Tuesday night.
Yeah.
You know,
it's all pretty lighthearted. And then 2, dude, it's like if you pay attention to what's going on in 2, it's pretty fucked up.
Yeah, dude. Biff, or is it Griff he gives the book to?
No, it's Biff.
Biff, when he gets the almanac and like he kind of takes over things.
Yeah. And it creates like this alternate dimension where
dude.
he's like Donald Trump.
Yeah.
And he killed Marty's dad and took his mom and
just
like
plowing her.
Yeah, and she like he's like abusive and he yells at her and treats her like shit and then he sees his mom like, "Oh, I deserved it. I should have never talked back," and just
she's like mentally broken down.
Yeah, she's like mentally ill now
abuse.
because of this relationship. And dude, all this shit. He goes back and he thinks he's home, and then he sneaks into his window and there's like this black family living in their house, and he gets chased
What a
out,
twist.
which is just so funny.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, I'm in the wrong house." He's like, "Damn right you are." Starts chasing him around with a bat. It's so funny. But 2 is like they disguise it to where you're having fun.
Yeah.
But when you look at it, you're like, "Oh my god!" And you're looking at the future version of like Marty, and Marty wants to be like a rock star, like he wants to play guitar and go on tour, and that's what his dream is to do that in life.
Yeah.
And then he sees his older self and he's like a business, like he's wearing a suit and he has like a corporate job and he gets fired and his boss runs all over him. And, like just all those fears that you have, like as a person, like what you want to do with your life and then how your life actually ends up.
Yeah.
It's very sad and like dark and fucked up. And there's a lot of that in 2, and I never noticed that before. Yeah. Like I said, they disguise it with like hoverboard chases and stuff like that,
all the goofy,
and make it
like,
fun
visuals and stuff.
Yeah, but it is. I mean, it's also Marty at the beginning of 2 found the almanac and wanted to bring it back and bet on games and get rich, and then Doc like stopped him from doing it, and then Biff did it, and it's like we're seeing the consequences of like what Marty wanted to do.
Yeah.
But and sure, maybe it wouldn't have, like the world wouldn't have been that bad if Marty did it because he's a good person, and it maybe wouldn't have been as bad, but like it's showing consequences of actions that he didn't take that he wanted to.
Yeah.
Which I just think is so cool. But yeah.
What held it back from being a 5?
I don't know. I'm not sure exactly. I mean, maybe it is. Like, maybe I should rethink
You
my
just
rating.
got done milking its hog. You're going to tell me it's not a 5?
I mean, it's hard to be a 5. I don't know. Oh, Elijah Wood's in it. If you go watch the Cafe 80s scene where he goes and plays Wild Gunman on the arcade.
Yeah.
There's 2 kids there that he's like showing how to play the game, and one of the kids is Elijah Wood.
That's crazy.
So just go look that up. It's pretty awesome. But yeah, I watched 2, and then the next day I watched 3, and 3 I had never seen before.
I thought you had started a couple times.
I say I hadn't seen it before, but I'd seen like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's, to me, that's just not having seen it. And it was so fucking good. I mean, this one is just the most fun.
Yeah.
I feel like it's the most fun one in terms of it's so lighthearted, and I love how they get to focus on Doc a lot more, because the first 2 movies are about Marty, and Doc's just there kind of on the sidelines helping out. And 3's mainly about Doc, and I loved getting to see that. Like I said, the sets, the practical effects, they're always great. Him getting dragged through the city on like the back of that thing.
Yeah, on the horse.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's funny. It's got great character arcs. It's a perfect conclusion to the trilogy. It leaves you satisfied. And the third, I have a hot take. The third act train sequence at the end of Back to the Future 3, that sequence is better than any sequence in any Indiana Jones movie.
Holy cow.
Yeah. Like, my mind was blown watching that. I was paying attention to the camera work of everything and how everything was framed and edited, and it's fucking genius.
I have to think on that.
And there's no...
Because I really like the tank sequence from Last Crusade.
Tank?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking badass, dude.
Yeah. That's pretty awesome.
But anyway, the train sequence.
I think my favorite Indiana Jones sequence is when they're escaping the Temple of Doom.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the guy's like... not stabbing, like punching... When Harrison Ford's on the belt, and the guy's like fucking him up.
Yeah.
And he has the voodoo doll. That's what's happening.
Putting pins in him.
Yeah, the guy's putting pins in his voodoo doll, and he's like cowering in pain from like the voodoo doll, and it looks like Harrison Ford's acting is just amazing. Like
it looks like he's
getting
pulling
stabbed.
out like vertebrae out of his back.
Yeah, I love that scene.
Yeah,
and then like is that the same? Is that the same sequence as the mine car?
It's like right
it's
after
like an
that.
Extended sequence.
I think it's like right after that.
Oh, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Temple of Doom's so good. Anyways,
you might have burst your own bubble talking about Temple of Doom, dude.
Oh no, I think Back to the Future's just got it, dude. I think just one of the best trilogies of all time. And it's crazy like how 2 and 3 were written and shot back to back. Like they were made at the same time, and then 2 came out like 4 or 5 months before 3.
Holy shit.
Like they came out in theaters super close together, which is just something they don't do anymore.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you noticed, I don't know when the last time you watched part 2 was, but Crispin Glover's not in that movie.
I did notice that, like,
yeah,
while we were going through it, and I was like, I don't remember seeing him at all.
I believe the reason was he wasn't happy with the salary that he was getting, and so he just wasn't, it was either the salary or he didn't like the amount of screen time he had, so he just didn't come back for 2. So the scene with Marty's dad in it, they do this thing where he's been in like an accident and he's hovering upside down.
Yeah.
So you can't make out his face because they just got a guy who looks like Crispin Glover and put him upside down, so the audience can't tell it's not him. And like in the flat, in like the second half of part 2, they go back to the 50s and he's like doing things. That's one thing that's so cool about 2 is it's like they go back to the original events of part 1.
Yeah.
And he's like having to redo things, and so they see like Marty's parents from part 1, and Crispin Glover's always looking away from the camera because it's not him, and they don't want to show his face, so he's always like turned away. And if you pay attention, you'll notice that. But and then my friend Will sent me this video of Crispin Glover on like the David Letterman show being super weird. Have you ever seen that?
No, what's he doing?
Dude, you should look it up. I can't even explain it.
Why is he being
can't
weird?
even explain it. It's like he's doing a character almost.
What the fuck?
It's like he's playing George McFly or something. He's super weird. He's a weird guy.
Jeez.
But yeah, Back to the Future 2 and 3. Fucking awesome.
Yeah. Just
Both
super
4.5s. One of the best trilogies of all time.
Got to see Michael J. Fox with a Scottish accent.
Yeah.
Mr. Eastwood.
Dude, the times every Back to the Future movie has a scene. Well, I think it's just 2 and 3 actually. I don't know if it happens in 1, but they do a lot of characters talking or characters on screen with each other.
Yeah.
Like actors playing multiple characters, like Michael J. Fox playing Scottish Marty and regular Marty, and going back in time, seeing his old self. Like, they're on screen together, and it looks seamless.
Yeah, it looks
I don't know
really good.
I don't know what they did. Like,
I noticed in some of the shots for 3, Seamus is in the foreground, and then Marty will be in the background. So there's probably some like layered stuff.
The easy way to shoot that would be keep the camera still, and then just like cut a line in the middle.
Yeah.
You have him dress up on the left side as Scottish Marty, and then get him to undress, put on the regular Marty clothes, go over to the right side, and then just sync them up.
Yeah.
But like the camera's like moving like during that scene, so it can't just be like one steady cam that they just split down the middle. Yeah. I don't know how they do it, but it looks awesome every time. It looks seamless.
It looks fantastic.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how they did it in 1985 and 89, but The Flash can't do it to save their life. I mean, I don't...
Well, that's because it was on purpose.
Oh, yeah. It looked like shit on purpose.
Yeah. It's supposed to look like hot garbage.
They were supposed to look like PS2 characters.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I watched The Phantom Menace in theaters. Why did I do that? I don't know.
I want everyone to know that...
I hate myself, I guess. I don't know.
An invitation to this was extended to me, and I politely declined the invitation.
Yep.
I said, I don't want to have anything to do with that whatsoever.
Yeah, see, I've seen the prequels all at once. I want to say I've seen, like, most Star Wars movies once. Maybe the originals I've seen, like, twice.
Mm-hmm.
But pretty much every Star Wars movie I've seen once, so I don't remember much. But I did not remember liking any of the prequels. But, like, 3 obviously is the best to me.
Yeah.
Like, the one that I could watch the easiest.
Yeah.
But 1 and 2 I remember just being horrible. But recently, there's been a lot of people claiming that 1 and 2 are good. And I don't know if this is because they grew up with them and they have nostalgia. I don't know. But everyone kept saying they're good. It got a re-release because it's the 25th anniversary. And I kept seeing a bunch of 4-star ratings of The Phantom Menace. And I was like, listen, I'm not perfect. Maybe I missed something. Yeah. Maybe this is great. Yeah. I got to check this out. I got to see what all this hullabaloo is about. My God. I mean, what the fuck are they watching?
What it is I think that people are dwelling on like 2 good acts in the entire movie. And that's
2 good acts is extremely generous.
Well, it's the pod race people love and the Darth Maul fight.
Well, those aren't acts. Those are scenes.
I mean, yeah.
An act is a third of the movie. No, there is not 2 good acts of that movie.
No.
There's a good... First of all, you're right. The pod racing scene is one people love. I don't like that scene either. It just does nothing for me.
Yeah.
So I only like the Darth Maul fight.
Yeah.
And when I say only, I mean that.
But
I mean, there's not a single moment of the movie that I enjoy other than the Darth Maul fight.
Listen, though, that's like That's what I'm saying. Like, when you hear people talk about Phantom Menace, it's those two things and nothing else.
Dude, like,
I haven't heard anyone like ever like when I'm talking about Phantom Menace, I say it's trash, and they go, "What about the Pod Race or Darth Maul?" Like, two good. There can be two pieces of corn in a turd, and that doesn't change anything about it.
Yeah. Maybe if you put the Phantom Menace on at home and you're like doing stuff and you're getting on your phone and you're doing some work, and then randomly you look up and the Darth Maul fight's happening and you're like, "Oh, this is awesome." Probably, yeah. You probably think that's a good movie. But when you're stuck in the theater and you're a respectable young gentleman, so you don't get on your phone during the movie, and you're stuck watching the whole thing, it's rough.
It's a recipe for disaster.
It's fucking rough.
Yeah.
Like, I genuinely want someone to explain to me how that movie's good. And I do think a lot of people appreciate the prequels because it's the last time that Star Wars was ran creatively by one person. George Lucas had complete control over the prequels, for better or worse. They were written and directed by him, and they were exactly what he wanted to do. And I do like that about them.
Yeah.
That is a good thing.
They're true to what he wanted them to be.
Yeah, the sequels turn into just corporate goop.
Yeah.
They just turn into suits, like suits making decisions on this and that, and just a different director for each movie, and nothing feels cohesive. Everything feels like the next movie's always undoing what the last movie did.
Yeah.
It's all a mess when you get there. And at least the prequels do feel like one continuous story, and George Lucas had a vision in mind, and whether you like it or not, like, I do respect that, and I do like that about them. But for me, I just think the movie is mind-numbingly boring.
Oh, God, yeah.
There's so much talk about politics, and I get really into movies that go over politics. I think that's awesome. I think that's cool. Dune's a lot about politics.
Yeah.
Game of Thrones,
Shogun.
stuff like that. Shogun.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, the politics in The Phantom Menace aren't interesting.
Yeah.
They have uninteresting characters. You have uninteresting dialogue that is read horribly, by the way, by most characters. I think the standout for me is Liam Neeson. I think everybody else, even like the good actors in the movie, like Natalie Portman and Ewan McGregor, I think that they're like okay at best.
Yeah.
I think Liam Neeson, it's like he's in a completely different movie than the other ones.
Well, he's also the most interesting character in the movie.
He is.
Qui-Gon Jinn is the most, like... And, I mean, I guess that's why they talk about politics so much, is because of how different Qui-Gon views everything compared to everyone else. You know, he's just really different, but...
He's the only one that believes in Anakin.
Yeah. And he, like... Everyone else is so strict, and Qui-Gon's more, like, emotional and, like... okay with exploring that.
He bends rules.
Yeah.
Goes by his heart. And
yeah.
Yeah.
He leads with love, which is a lot of what Luke winds up doing in future movies. So it's cool to see that parallel. But, like, I don't know. The sequels, those three movies, I don't think really needed to exist at all.
Here's what's... You're right. But here's what's crazy is that I think the prequels are cohesive and they are one continuous story, but the sequels aren't at all. They make no sense together. But on their own, I think that the sequels are much more entertaining to me than the prequels. If you said you have to either watch the sequels or the prequels, I'm probably watching the sequels because at least the CGI doesn't look like horseshit. I mean, that's another thing with the Phantom Menace. I mean, my God. George Lucas was experimenting with, like, digital filmmaking and CGI environments, and it just looks horrible.
He was goofing around.
I can respect him trying to do something different, but it just does not age well, and it does not look good. And my thing is, there's a big debate on Jar Jar, whether he's a good character or not.
Oh, a bad character. What's the debate?
I mean, I think he's a bad character. I think he's annoying as shit. But putting that aside, why is he CGI? they have so many practical, weird-looking people in the movie. Like these alien-looking people that they build practical suits for.
I've never thought about that.
And they have their mouths like not sync up to the words at all. You know,
Yeah.
the classic like 80s, 70s stuff.
sock
It's super
puppet,
cool.
yeah.
It's so like, like charming.
Yeah.
Like it's so fun to watch. And then they CGI Jar Jar. Why the fuck is he CGI? He looks like shit. Like,
That's
let
just what he
alone that
wanted.
he's an annoying as fuck character.
Yeah.
But it made no sense to me because I was looking around at all these different species of weird Star Wars people, and they're all built practically and have functioning jaws.
Yeah.
And then you have Jar Jar that's CGI. And then at the end, you have a whole fucking army of Jar Jars. The whole fucking Glorbons. I don't know what they're called. Fucking...
Yeah.
And it looks like shit, dude.
Also,
it looks
like,
like fucking shit.
It does look really bad. I'm just trying to figure out which one I would take between the sequels and the prequels.
Dude, I like The Last Jedi, and I think The Force Awakens is pretty entertaining. It's a reskin of A New Hope, I get that, but Kylo Ren's one of the most entertaining characters in Star Wars to me.
I really like...
And the CGI is good, and that matters to me. Like...
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you can call me like a fucking dent head or TikTok brain or whatever, but like having them like that scene in the woods in The Force Awakens looks awesome.
Yeah.
I don't care what anyone says. The way the lightsabers reflect off of them in the snow looks awesome.
Dude,
so at least you have that.
yeah.
You have cool looking lightsabers, nice CGI. Like, I know that's a stupid reason, and I get that, but
No, there's some. I really like that sequence too. Aside from Rey knowing how to like fight a Sith Lord or a Sith in training, which is nuts. But
yeah,
a really fucking most badass thing I've ever seen is when Kylo, our big boy Adam, starts fucking punching himself where he got shot or cut or whatever to like piss himself off to tap further into the dark side.
Yeah.
Why is that the only time that's ever happened?
Yep.
That
It's
makes so
awesome.
much sense.
Yep.
That the dark side is fed through anger and pain and jealousy, and he's tapping into those emotions. Like, fuck yeah, give that to me.
Yeah.
But
That's
I really
awesome.
like Revenge of the Sith. I don't know why.
See, are you sure that you don't just like the end? Are you sure you
Dude,
like the whole movie?
I do like the whole movie.
Really?
Yeah, I like his duel with Count Dooku. I like that he cuts his head off. I love Hayden Christensen's hair and his handsome face.
I hate sand.
That's
Coarse
Attack of the
and rough
Clones.
and gets everywhere.
I even like the little pursuit thing at the very beginning when him and Obi-Wan have like full charm with each other. And I also really like the lava scene at the end. And I like his...
Well, everyone likes the lava scene.
Yeah, I like his chemistry with Natalie Portman, too.
I'll rewatch them. There's just so many...
No.
Well, I've already got one done.
Don't.
I've supposedly only got one more bad one, and then I'm on to a good one. So,
I mean, if you want to suffer through Attack of the Clones, you can do that. There's
you
so
go
you go from two cool scenes in Phantom Menace to one in Attack of the Clones. It's rough.
What's the cool scene in Attack of the Clones?
Seeing General Grievous for me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He is pretty cool.
General Grievous is sick, and he was so underutilized in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah.
I think it's sad to see such a thing, but you know, I'm not the one calling the shots.
Yep. I could watch the rest of the prequels, but there's just a couple franchises I really want to binge through.
We need to get through the damn Star Trek movies, dude.
I want to watch Star Trek. I want to watch the Oceans movies. I want to watch the old Mad Maxes.
Oh my, with Lord Humongous,
Yeah,
dude.
reading Blood,
Oh
Sweat,
my
and Chrome
God.
made me really want to watch the old ones.
Yeah.
Because I've seen one years ago. I don't remember anything. And I've seen Road Warrior and don't remember anything. And I've never seen Thunderdome.
Who run Bartertown?
Blaster, run by the town.
Dude,
I know that much.
Your master is crazy.
I want to watch those old Mad Maxes, and
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, I got raffles to watch and shit, so I doubt I'll watch the prequels.
No.
Maybe like when I go to bed and like, oh no, I'm falling asleep during Attack of the
Oh
Clones.
no, look, I'm sleeping. Oh no, I'm
Oh no,
sleeping.
no. What a shame.
Darn. Patooey on sleep. I want to watch this movie.
Yeah, I gave it a 1.5. Don't know why. I mean, maybe just for the Darth Maul fight. Because it is the coolest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
I mean, when you get to the Darth Maul fight, the Duel of the Fates, the music is off the charts, and the choreography is crazy.
Yeah, dude. Everything they do.
It's a genuinely great fight.
Yeah. Fucking Qui-Gon meditating in between the doors being closed.
Yeah.
Like, that was sick.
Why can't all Star Wars movies be the last 10 minutes of the Phantom Menace? Like, the whole way through.
Because people are dumb, dude. I don't know why.
Like, have a action-packed Star Wars movie where there's a shit ton of lightsaber battles.
Yeah.
Like, meaningful lightsaber battles against elite characters.
Yeah.
Do that. What are you doing?
There's so many, and I've said it 1,000 times, I think that Star Wars is one of the most over-exaggerated franchises ever, but there's so many just, like, shooting sequences in every Star Wars movie. And in reality, like, the ending to Rogue One, when Vader comes down the ship and kills 13 men in under, like, 6 seconds, that's what happens.
Yeah.
To people with blasters running around. That's why Jedi are so, like, needed, necessary. So why are we not seeing more Jedi battles with Sith Lords? Why is it so much fucking blasting and dumb shit?
Yep.
Sword fight, dude.
Yeah.
Be a cool guy.
Dude, Greco-Roman style.
Yeah.
Take your pants off.
Take your fucking clothes off, dude.
Stop being gay.
You think I'm gonna fight you with my clothes on? Yeah, right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a piece of shit. I don't.
You probably felt bad
I
for
need
that.
someone to explain to me what is good about that movie.
I do still feel bad for that little boy, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel horrible for Jake Lloyd. I don't know
Yeah.
how, like, you go off during the summer and film a Star Wars movie, and someone's supposed to make me feel like a loser for that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the coolest kid in school now for the end of time.
Yeah.
How did this happen? Like, how did this kid get bullied for that?
I just imagine, like, being, like, 12 and coming up to your buddy and be like, oh, yeah, what are you doing? He was like, oh, I'm an actor. And you're like, this fucking guy?
Yeah.
What a loser being
I'm playing
actor.
Anakin Skywalker.
Yeah.
You know, Darth Vader. You know him? Yeah, that's me.
What
Fuck off.
a fucking idiot, dude.
Tie my shoes.
He's
All
a
right?
lead. He's a lead in a film.
Yeah, I'm taking your chocolate milk.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
my
your
mom
cubby
packed
space.
me a snack
Yeah.
pack.
By the way, your cubby space. I'm taking it.
I need it for my.
I'm thinking about storing some shoes in there in
Yeah.
case I feel like going for a run at recess.
I'm sort of keeping my Velcros in there.
The bitch teacher said I can't keep my light ups in my cubby, so I'm putting them in yours.
Too much of a distraction, so
Yeah.
your cubby is reserved strictly for my light ups.
Yeah, so if the light ups get compromised, they think they're yours. So I'll be safe.
Think about bringing my Hot Wheels collection in. I'm gonna need a secure place to put that.
I need somewhere to put my Nerf gun, so I really need you to move your shit.
Can you just get out of here?
Yeah, but no, I do feel really bad for Jake Lloyd. It fucked him up like for life, and I don't know. That makes no sense to me, dude.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me. How someone gets bullied for being in a cool movie.
Yeah.
And when
That's
you're like his age, like you're 9, 10 in like elementary, middle school, like people were so excited for a new Star Wars movie at the time.
Yeah.
Like, I think it broke a ton of box office records. It's like, I want to say adjusted for inflation, it's like one of the highest grossing movies because people, they had no reason to think that would be bad.
Yeah.
And
I will say the promotional like stuff for Phantom Menace, the coolest shit ever, dude.
I
The
bet.
picture of like kid Anakin, Jake Lloyd,
with the
and his shadow
of,
being Darth Vader.
Yeah.
The coolest fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. So I know that the kids at his school were like excited to see the new Star Wars movie, and then I guess they were just jealous.
It's got to be it. That's like being born with like a 13-inch penis and being like, oh, everyone hates me.
Yeah.
Because I have this huge meat.
They just want
it. Yeah, they want what you have.
They're just jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's horrible. Anyways, the next day we watched Vertigo.
Interesting film.
This was recommended by William. And what did you end up giving Vertigo?
I actually didn't grade it. I don't know how I feel about Vertigo, because it feels like, obviously I love James Stewart. He's great. Mm-hmm. And the story I think is really it was interesting until some like reveals towards the end, but it seemed like a really tried and true noir movie almost for a while. Mm-hmm. And then it kind of spirals into a weird
Something
thing.
else.
Yeah. And I don't know if I like very much what it turns into. And the ending for me, I don't know what the fuck happened with the ending. I don't know if I get it.
Going into Vertigo, I thought this was like, everyone thought it was a 5-star.
Yeah.
I just thought it had that reputation. But going through my letterbox, there were a lot of people that felt like I did. And it made me feel better that I wasn't alone. A lot of 4s and like 3.5s and stuff. And a lot of people saying exactly what we said, that the first half is super intriguing. Mm-hmm. And then it just kind of turns into something else that I wasn't really a huge fan of. Yeah. And I thought that the ending was weird.
Yeah, I did too. Like,
some things I saw coming, but some things I was like, why that? Like, I don't know. We're not going to get into spoilers for it, but didn't love the second half. Didn't love what it turned into. And I guess I didn't really see the overall point.
Yeah.
Of, like, Vertigo, his condition, what does
it contribute?
The arc, I don't know. It didn't really connect with me.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to watch a video on it or something. I don't know. Maybe there's a lot of deeper meanings that I didn't get. But I also didn't, I don't think I told you this, but I saw the twist coming with the way, the way a scene was shot. It was...
Yeah.
I'm not getting into spoilers, but I saw that coming too. So I'm just mixed on it. I gave it a 3.5. I enjoyed it. And I think what I like the most is obviously Jimmy.
Yeah.
I mean, that goes without saying. He's the man.
He's so charming in everything he's in, dude.
Yeah.
I guess I'll check my mail.
But the main thing I loved was the visuals.
Yeah.
The cinematography, the color. I love that 1950s color grading.
God.
Where everything is so vibrant.
Yeah.
Like when he goes into Ernie's and it has the red wallpaper and it's the reddest wallpaper you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah.
And the skylines are beautiful and like the green car is the greenest car you've ever seen in your life. It's just a beautiful, it's like if The Wizard of Oz was good. It's kind of like what Vertigo is. I just love that old, I think that's Technicolor, but God, I don't know what it is, but that 50s San Francisco look, that apartment Midge has, what overlooks the city.
Oh my God, so
while she's painting, it's so nice. I wish I could go there for a day and just walk around. Not stay there because it's the 50s.
Yeah.
And I like TikTok, but
yeah,
for a day I'd go there.
I like having air
wander
conditioning,
around.
dude.
Yeah.
And toilet paper.
Yeah.
But dude, I thought that there was some different ways they could have gone with a movie. Oh, dude, my fucking favorite shit ever. And one of them I thought that probably could have gotten explored more, and I think would have made the movie at least a bit more interesting, was the relationship between James and Midge.
Yep.
And I thought they were going to go there with the painting, but they put all their eggs in a different basket. with him kind of.
They could have done something with Midge that I would have preferred over what they did.
Yeah.
I guess it's getting a little too close to spoilers, so I guess we'll back off.
Yeah,
But
we'll tread lightly on that one.
But yeah,
I think me and your head is in like kind of the same.
But regardless, it seems like the problems we had was with the writing because the cock directed the shit out of this.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he whipped it out.
Cocked.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he does.
I've seen 4 cocks now, and my least favorite's easily The Birds. The Birds is a piece of shit. Don't watch The Birds.
I haven't seen The Birds.
Do not watch it. It is a heaping pile of shit.
I repeat, do not watch.
The maniacs in the mailbox. Don't watch The Birds, dude. It fucking wee woo. Don't fucking watch The Birds, dude.
What'd you have? What'd you give The Birds?
It's like a 1. It's fucking horrible, dude.
God damn.
Do not watch it.
What was Hitch doing?
I don't know. It was cold that day. It shriveled up. The cock shriveled up. It happens.
It was his penis kryptonite.
He got into a cold pool and he just couldn't get it done. But I've seen Psycho, Vertigo, Rear Window, and I just realized 3 of his movies start with O, or end with O. Anyways, I'm retarded. The Birds, last one I saw. The Birds fucking sucks. Rear Window's awesome, and Psycho's awesome, and Vertigo's just in the middle.
Yeah,
that's how I feel. Which one would you say is your favorite?
Psycho. I think Psycho's my number 1.
I'd need to rewatch to say definitively. I remember Psycho taking a little while to get going because it has a lot of setup, which is like part of the brilliance of it, but also once you've seen it once, it's like I don't know. But I think I remember Rear Window starting like that too, so maybe it's just the cock style.
Yeah. And it honestly, they're very similar. It's like once you've seen it, then there's kind of like less there to see. Yeah,
but I don't remember like what happened in Rear Window.
Oh, okay.
I remember what happened in Psycho, but
yeah, I'd say I give the edge to Psycho just because of how like huge it is.
I think I'd give the edge as of now to Rear Window because I'm a sucker for one location movies.
That's true.
And it's in color. That doesn't hurt.
Yeah, I do like me some colorful visuals.
Yeah.
I like to see Jimmy's piercing blue eyes.
It's also, he must have done Psycho in black and white on purpose because Rear Window came out first and it's in color, and Vertigo's in color, and then Psycho's after both of them and it's in black and white. So he obviously did that.
Yeah.
For creative purposes. But anyways, yeah, Vertigo was good. Solid film. And that's all for my watch list. Did you have anything?
I did not.
Okay.
Nope.
So we'll go ahead and rank our Ryan performances.
I'm excited about this.
You got 18, right?
18?
Yeah.
I didn't count, but it looks like 18. Looks right.
You didn't number them?
No.
All right.
Yeah, no, I didn't number them.
Probably should have. Anyways, yeah, I guess I'll start then. You all right?
I got 16.
Which 2 did you not put?
I don't know. I put it at... Wait, no, there's a Ryan movie that you've seen that I haven't seen.
Looking at the list. I don't
Have you seen... Anything. You watched Gangster Squad, didn't you?
Yeah.
See, I haven't seen Gangster Squad.
You haven't?
Mm-mm.
Oh, well, that's one.
And then... There's got to be one more. Do you ever remember the Titans?
Yeah.
I didn't remember the Titans at all. I forgot the Titans, so I didn't put it on my list.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Well, I couldn't tell you a single thing.
Then I need to do my first 2. and then we'll start on your list. Last is Gangster Squad.
I figured.
Not because he's bad. I actually don't remember if he was good or not. I just remember the movie being ass.
Yep.
Just remember me wanting to not watch it anymore and wanting to turn it off.
Wanting to give up.
So I'm just taking it out on him.
Yeah.
And just putting his performance last. And I don't feel sorry about that. 17 is Remember the Titans. Not because he's bad. He's never bad. We can just go ahead and get that out of the way. Not going to happen. He's just barely in it. He's just a side character.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he plays a cornerback that is horrible and gets toasted.
Classic.
But he's got like 4 minutes of screen time, so it's just down there because of that.
Yeah.
Now 16, where your list should be started.
Yep.
16 for me is The Gray Man.
Mine's The Gray Man.
Hell yeah.
That's how we do it.
Yep.
Woo!
He did his best.
Yeah.
So he's working with the Russo brothers.
Yeah. He's still like not to his fullest, but he's still like his charming, like normal self.
He's like I said, he did the best that you can do with that script, with that story. I mean, I still had like a decent time watching The Gray Man because of him.
Yeah, him and Chris Evans.
And then it ended, and I was like, I'm never watching that again, and I hope it doesn't get a sequel.
Yeah.
But he made it watchable for me.
I like Chris Evans. That thing with the ear, I just made that up.
I forgot everything.
Oh, really? He like pulled that guy's ears really hard.
I can't remember lines from The Gray Man. 15 for me is Only God Forgives.
Ooh. Mine is not that.
Okay. A lot of these movies I haven't seen in a while, so I'm not going to give you some. I'm not writing a
You're not going to give you some
dissertation on it.
Yeah.
But this movie's down here because the movie's shit. So there are some. That is going to happen occasionally of just like the movie's bad, so that I'm just taking it out on the performance.
Yeah.
But it's more so like the worse the movie is, the least I remember the performance.
Yeah.
Is kind of the reasoning. But it's just a horseshit movie. He's still good in it. It's one of those like he barely talks performances, but at least he looks cool with like the neon lights reflecting off of him.
Yeah.
It's kind of hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My number 15 is Crazy Stupid Love. And I put it on there just because from what I remember, I've only seen it twice and I haven't seen it in a while, but he's just like typical Ryan Gosling.
He's just a hot guy.
Yeah.
He's just a hot guy who's good at talking to women. And
He's got some funny sequences with Steve Carell because Steve Carell's hilarious, but like nothing to really latch on to.
He's good, but he's just it's fairly one-dimensional and just not that difficult of a performance to pull off. And he's also part of an ensemble, so it's another case of not too much screen time.
Yeah.
My 14 is Crazy Stupid Love for me.
So. My 14 is Only God Forgives.
Okay, so we just got those flipped. 13 for me is The Fall Guy.
Dude, my 13 is The Fall Guy.
Hell yeah.
Wait. No, it's not. Sorry.
Awesome.
Sorry.
This is why you number things.
I should.
You Neanderthal.
I know. All right.
13 is The Fall Guy. Fun performance. I knew when we started watching The Fall Guy, I noticed. We forgot to talk about The Fall Guy. Fuck.
Oh shit, we did.
Fuck.
We gotta finish our list now.
Yeah,
it's too late.
I'm gonna put a note to remind me to talk about The Fall Guy.
Yeah. You get so caught up in Ryan, dude. You get lost in his eyes.
Yeah, we definitely need to talk about that. He's charismatic. He's fun. He's funny. He's being as funny as he can with the script that he's given. And not one of his best performances, but I think it's better than what's below it, obviously.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Mine is not The Fall Guy. It's The Big Short. And I love him in The Big Short. He's hilarious, but he's just not in the movie for much. It's another movie of a bunch of different people doing different things. But when he's in it, he's so good.
I saw a clip on Twitter of him in the Big Short the other day, and it was so funny.
Was it the bathroom scene?
No, it was him like at this conference table, and this lady goes, "Who's that?" And he goes, "That's my quant." And she was like, "Your what? Your quant? My quantitative." And he was like, "He's a math genius from Korea. You notice anything about him? I'll give you a hint. His name's Chang."
That's my quant. His name's Chang. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. I have the Big Short flipped. I have that at 12.
Okay, yeah.
So I have it just above the Fall Guy.
Yeah, 12 is the Fall Guy for me.
Yeah. He's so fucking funny. Out. Ryan?
Nope.
Out.
Nope.
Jack
to the tits.
Jack to the tits. Yeah. Both of those are very good.
Yeah.
Good performances.
Yeah.
Did you give your 12? Was that the Fall Guy?
It was the Fall Guy, yeah.
Okay. My number 11 is First Man.
Ooh.
Thought about putting this higher, but the more I thought about it, I don't know. I think he gives a great performance as Neil Armstrong, but that person that he's playing is just very stoic and not a person who talks a lot and expresses himself a lot. And that leads to like a fairly cold performance, which is what he should be doing. It's what he's asked to do, and he does it very well. But at the end of the day, it's just like these other performances demand a lot more and have a lot more range, and it just kind of gets stuck in the middle because of that.
I got you.
But he is really great. Like, if he was nominated for an Oscar for it, I wouldn't have been surprised.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
yeah.
Mine is Barbie.
Dude, this is just going to keep happening.
Is it flipped?
Yeah.
Oh, well, my next one isn't First Man.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, mine it's Barbie. Again, he's hilarious in Barbie. If you ask me, he completely stole the show. I know it was supposed to be like a big feminist movie, but to me, I just think Ryan Gosling.
Dude, Ryan Gosling was the best part of Barbie. Yeah. It's like, but like, I mean,
realistically,
let's get real here.
Mojo Dojo Casa House, like.
You're telling me Ken scenes weren't the best scenes in the movie. That's what you're going to tell me.
1,000%.
Yeah.
They're everything I was after.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just his usual wacky self.
Yeah.
Again, he's kind of co-starring it a little bit. So he's
Sublime!
What's the patriarchy? Does it have something to do with horses? But yeah, he's good in that. It's kind of the same deal as The Big Short.
Right as always, Barbie.
You want to come over and do what? I have no idea.
I didn't know that laugh was a parody of Grease. That's how John Travolta laughs in Grease.
Oh, is it really? Yeah. Oh, dude, I didn't know that either.
If you pull them up side by side, you can tell he took it from Grease.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Classic Ken.
So what was your 10? My 10 was Barbie.
Oh, The Notebook.
Ah.
The Notebook. Again, I haven't seen The Notebook in a while, but I do know from what I remember he's not his normal like funny self. He's full-blown romantic.
At the beginning when he's a youngster and he's wearing that hat.
Oh,
that,
yeah.
like,
And they're laying
hat.
in the street.
Yeah.
The Little Rascals hat.
He's got the charm on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I just put The Notebook on. It seemed like a good spot to put The Notebook.
Yeah. Notebook's next up for me at 9.
Dude, what's going on?
We just know
with
ball. That's all.
Yeah.
That's all this is. Everything you said. It's a great performance, especially towards the end. He gets emotional and
yeah.
It's also what put him
I
on
did
the map.
wait for you.
Yeah. It's gonna be really hard. Yeah. It's a good movie.
Yeah.
I know it's like a woman movie, but like It is good.
Yeah. Ryan's for the boys.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, since that's your number 9, my number 9 is The Place Beyond the Pines. And
this is a big time
deviation.
No, a big time screen time demon.
Yeah, because he's
if
incredible.
He had more screen time, this could be top 3.
Yeah, definitely.
But he just doesn't have it.
Yeah.
Place Beyond the Pines is next up for me. So
Oh, son of a bitch.
That's
dude.
my number 7.
Oh, damn.
My number 8.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good.
Yeah.
I love it. I've been thinking about rewatching that movie.
Oh, yeah. I need to bad.
But I was watching a clip on Twitter came up of him at like a diner or a restaurant with Eva Mendes. I think that's where they were at. And and she was like, he was wanting to raise this kid. And she was like, where are you going to get money? How are you going to, how are you going to afford it? How are you going to take care of them? And he was like, don't talk down to me. And dude, his line delivery is so sad.
Yeah.
And it's like this tough guy with all these tattoos that you think is probably this badass that has no feelings. And then he's like so sensitive.
Yeah.
And it's just a incredible performance. Yeah. And then he dances with the weenie dog.
Yeah, dude. That I really liked like one of my favorite scenes with him in that movie is when they're taking a picture out on the dirt bike, and he revs the dirt bike up, and it scares the baby, and it starts crying, and then Eva Mendes starts crying, and he like covers her face for the picture. I don't know. There's so much going on in that sequence that isn't being said, but just being shown to you that I think is, I think it's an incredible scene, incredible storytelling, and just like portraying what's going on.
Yep.
Without giving you too much information.
Yep. It's a very impactful movie. I think my favorite scene is just him driving her around on his bike at night, and he stops. It's just the lighting. I love movies at night. We talked about this before, but there's like a shot where he stops in front of the bank, and he's at like the stoplight. Oh, it's so fucking gorgeous. Dude. It's just beautiful.
It looks great.
And the carnival scene.
Yeah.
Like all the lights in the background.
Oh, God, yeah.
Oh, that's just awesome.
Yeah. That was your number 8?
Yep. Nope. 8. Yep. 8.
What the fuck? This is why you number things. Fucking asshole. All right.
Settle down.
Well, my next one was First Man. So, and I put it up higher than you just because it's so out. For me, it felt like so out of what Ryan Gosling is, and having to portray someone that exists in reality, I think is really like hard. Versus being able to like kind of embody a character that you visualize as like whoever you want. So I just put it up high, and I think it's a role that it would be really hard for most people to do, not being able to have big emotional sequences and just like having to stay very stoic and calm. And I think it also makes the ending so impactful when he finally cracks.
It is harder.
Yeah.
Stoic performances with minimal dialogue are very difficult to pull off.
Yeah.
They're sometimes the least fun to watch, but they're sometimes the hardest to execute.
Yeah.
And the fun performances are the ones that are very emotive, and the ones where people are like screaming and crying. It's like those tend to seem to be easier to pull off for actors than the more reserved performances.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just listen to them talk about them. They'll tell you that.
Yeah.
So you're right. In terms of like degree of difficulty, it's up there.
Yeah.
For his performances, but it's just one.
I get why you put it lower, but
and it is true with talking about. I think that actors' performances, how different they are from their personality in real life, should be factored in to like how great of a performance it is. Because I've always stood by how great of a performance Robert Pattinson gives in The Batman. just my bias out of it.
Yeah.
If you watch a interview with Robert Pattinson, he's a goofball.
Yeah.
He's super weird.
Yeah.
And like,
I mean, just Google Robert Pattinson tracksuit and you'll know what we're talking about.
yeah. But he's a super weird like guy who's like goofy and making jokes all the time and like doesn't take anything seriously. And then in the Batman, he completely transforms into Bruce Wayne. And I was so surprised. Like, when I watched the Batman, I was like, okay, he's getting nominated for an Oscar.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane. And it can happen because it happened with Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Like, I was so surprised that even fans like I was of the Batman weren't, like, picking him. Obviously, no one was predicting he would get nominated because it's just unlikely. It's a comic book movie.
Yeah.
But people were making their own personal, like, who I would pick. And they weren't putting him on there. And I was like, dude, he's like,
popping off.
Yeah, he's in the top 5.
Yeah.
And honestly, it was 2022 was Austin Butler and Brendan Fraser. And I'd give it to him over both those guys.
Yeah, me too.
That's just take how good the movie is out of it. Just his performance, I think, is better.
Yeah.
So, sorry. Anyways, yeah, I always think that makes his performance better in the Batman, considering who he is outside of it. Like, that's a much more difficult performance versus like Jack Nicholson in The Shining.
He's kind of
Jack Nicholson. Like, it's a great performance, don't get me wrong, but it's less impressive to me when the character is already so close to who the actor is in real life.
Yeah. Or like Tim Tom in Dune.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Tim's a goofball. He's the same way.
Like freestyle rapping and like dancing around, and then he goes in and goes, "My name is Paul Wadib Atreides." I'm like, God dang, dude, what happened?
And then fucking fast forward a week, and he's going, drip, splash, water, drip, splash,
clink, clink,
clink, clink, clink. Boy, you capping. Yeah, so I think that matters to me. Like, how much different the character is from the actual actor. I think that's important. So, it's a good shout.
Heck yeah. So our 7?
My 7 is Lars.
Ooh. Okay.
I've
got a feeling we're gonna hit the situation again.
Could be a little higher. Because this is very out there in terms of his personality and like who he is in real life. Lars is just, dude, his like physical like tics he does and like blinking and like he was so locked in playing Lars. Like, he really was. It's an incredible, it's like, it doesn't even feel like it's Ryan Gosling when he's doing it. It feels like he's playing, like it's an actual person.
He's also like slightly pudged up too.
Yeah.
So that helps a lot. But like, there's so many. I love Lars and the Real Girl. I think it's like, it makes me really happy. It just,
it's a sweet movie.
It just makes like Peanut Butter Falcon like makes me happy. Yeah. That movie makes me happy, and he's so good at being awkward. Like, there's situations where I don't think that you can like recreate in reality and like to act. Mm-hmm. Like what was a good example? Nick Cage in the Dream Scenario, when he like starts to say something and then stops.
Yeah.
And we were like, that was so good.
Yeah. When he's in the restaurant?
Yeah. Ryan does shit like that in Lars.
It feels like it can't be scripted and it can't be planned and it just happens while the camera's rolling.
I think he's in church, and this kid drops his toy and Lars picks it up and he tries to like pose it on the pew. And it falls and makes a noise, and he just covers his eyes.
He covers his eyes, and then he looks straight up at the preacher like nothing happened, hoping no one's looking at him. It's so, I know exactly what you're talking about. Dude. It's so funny.
There's so much stuff like, and then like
okay, I'll see you at work tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Yeah, dude.
Runs away.
Oh yeah, and then
who are those flowers for? Fucking chucks him in the woods.
And then he's got those plastic flowers, and he's like, yeah, and they're real, so they'll last forever. But what was it when his sister-in-law she calls him and is asking for help, and he rushes over, and she's like, she lied to him. He's like, you scared me. And then he just leans down and just gives up on life.
Yeah, his physical acting in that movie is really top notch stuff.
Yeah, I love Lars in the River. I love his performance as Lars, his being awkward and stuff. But I like it.
Hell yeah.
My number 7 is La La Land.
Whoa!
I know.
What the hell, pal?
I know. This is kind of nuts. And La La Land's kind of a cheat code because he's singing, he's playing the piano, and he's acting. So it's just a full trifecta of the most talented guy you've ever seen in your fucking life. But I try to refine it down to just the acting. Obviously, guy's got a voice on him, got a hog on him, got a bot on him. He's got it all. But for La La Land, he's what I expect out of Ryan Gosling, I think. He's insanely charming, he's funny, he's goofy, and it's just kind of what I expect when I go into a Ryan Gosling movie. And obviously it's at a heightened level. He's operating on all cylinders. I love the movie. It's a perfect performance. But I just have performances that I think brought more out of him, that he brought more to the table than La La Land.
Okay. No comment on that. My number 6 is Blue Valentine.
Ooh. Is that right?
Yep. Mainly because Blue Valentine is split into different time periods, so he has to play a young version of himself and an old version of himself. Mm-hmm. And that's just tricky.
Yeah.
It's a tricky thing to do and very demanding. And it just feels so real. Kind of like when you watch a Sean Baker movie, or it almost feels like a documentary.
Yeah.
It's like the acting's too good to where it's scary.
Yeah.
I think that's kind of what Blue Valentine is. So he's got his young, charming, youthful self, and then his old, depressed, I don't want to get into spoilers with Blue Valentine, but I just think it's such a great performance.
Yeah. My number 6 is Lars and the Real Girl.
Okay. All right. My number 5 is Half Nelson.
Ooh. I didn't think it would be, I thought it'd be a little bit higher on your list.
Yeah. Well, that's just the way the cookie crumbled, man. Yeah. Half Nelson is such a absolutely insane performance. It's a small indie movie, and he carries the whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean, if he's bad, that movie doesn't work. Yeah. And I just think he's so relatable as a teacher. He feels like the teachers we had in school, and he's so likable. And the movie, everyone knows the movie has a theme of drugs.
Yeah.
It's what Half Nelson's about. And even though I don't do drugs, I feel so sympathetic towards him as a character. And his relationship with the kids, it's all so sweet. And I know a lot of that has to do with the writing, but he was nominated for it for a reason.
Yeah.
He's just incredible.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
My number 5 is Drive. And
how about this? You shut your mouth, or I kick your teeth down your throat and I shut it for you.
Ryan is fucking. You give him a stoic performance and he's gonna just dance.
He's gonna eat it up.
Yeah. I think that aside from one other performance on my list, it's one of his best like stoic performances, and there's so much. Again, he doesn't have a lot of dialogue. I think he's got like 116 lines in the entire movie or something like that. But he is able to portray so much through his body language and his facial expressions. Like the big scene that sticks out to me is the elevator scene when he fucking smashes those guys and then like turns around and looks at what's that girl's name?
I don't remember.
I don't remember either, but he turns and looks at her.
Irene.
Yeah, Irene. He turns and looks at her, and there's just like this deep like heartbreak on his face. And he just does that all the time. He'll get mad and he'll start to shake, and he'll like just snap into a different person. Mm-hmm. It's awesome. It's awesome to see.
Yep. My number 4 is Drive.
Hell yeah.
It is a stoic performance, but there's also moments that come through where he like unravels a lighter side when he's watching TV with the kid.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, and they start talking about sharks. When she like surprises him at work, and you can see him like smiling and like smirking kind of because he's like embarrassed that he's smiling in front of Shannon. So there's moments like that where it creeps through, and he portrays so much with very minimal dialogue. He's a complete badass.
Yeah. He's almost so stoic that like when he does portray emotion, it's like this is like really big for him. Yeah. Like when he smiles, when he's like having a good time, like he's really having a good time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's just an incredible performance.
Yep.
What more is there to say?
It's Ryan fucking Gosling, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you want?
He drives.
Yeah. He's driver.
Yeah.
My number 4 is Blade Runner 2049. I think it's his best, like, I guess it's not quite as stoic as Drive, because he does have situations where he, like, breaks down, but it's so incredible, dude. Blade Runner 2049 is genuinely amazing. And he's got the interlinked, the dialogue that he does that I think is so cool.
Which was his idea,
which
by
is
the way.
Fucking goddamn.
Yeah.
What the hell, dude?
Yeah.
What are you doing writing the movie for me?
Yeah.
And then just like everything he does, like when he comes home to Joy and their little interactions together,
are real for me.
Yeah. And then his fucking breakdown, the God damn it! God damn it! Yeah, dude, that shit fucking, he's just full of rage, dude.
Yeah.
And I love Blade Runner.
Yeah.
I fucking love Blade Runner.
Yeah. That's my 3.
We gotta stop doing this, dude.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Carl, we're just professional ball knowers.
That's what they pay me for.
Lock me up. If knowing ball is a crime, I'm Epstein. That's what I am. Send me away.
Fucking Diddy over here.
Yeah, Blade Runner 2049. That's my 3. Stoic again, like we said. But there are moments that shine through where he gets emotional, and when he's talking to Joy, you get him kind of being a little softy, and I don't know. You can tell so much from his physical performance because he's playing an android that's starting to think he may be human. Yeah, and I'm not gonna spoil what happens. I guess I think everyone's seen it, but not gonna spoil it. But there's an arc there, and I think he portrays the story very well, just with very minimal dialogue.
Yeah.
And he just looks cool in a big coat. Dude, he looks cool no matter what. But
if you ever want to turn Ryan Gosling up to 11, put him in a coat. Any coat.
Yeah.
It's any coat. Yeah. The coat from fucking Fall Guy, the coat from Drive, the coat from Blade Runner. Any fucking coat, dude.
That scorpion jacket.
I know.
Dude, no one would look cool in that scorpion jacket except for him.
Kurt Russell.
All right. Settle down.
Okay. My number 3 is Half Nelson. And I picked it just because of, number 1, love the movie.
Yep.
And I love how honest he feels in like the stuff he says. When he's like, you know, what is he saying to like that little girl's cousin or something, or her uncle, and he's like, I'm supposed to do something, but what do I do? And he's like, it's just like the perfect situation of him wanting to be a good person but being fucked up himself and not really knowing,
not really being in a position to help, but knowing he wants to, should.
And that's like, it's a character that I haven't seen him do before, and I think that you have to have kind of everything that Ryan Gosling has to make that happen. You have to have charm, because he interacts with the kids perfectly, and you can tell he cares about the kids. But then you've also got to have that dark side where he's doing fucking heroin in the bathroom, you know, and like doesn't care about his life, and just like continues to do what he's doing. So, yeah, Half Nelson.
My number 2 is La La Land. And I'd say you're a phony. That's what I'd say.
Oh, yeah.
To all you phonies, that's what I'd say to you. Yeah. Dancing and singing is acting, so you're off your rocker, pal. This is the second best that it gets. This is Ryan in peak form. Singing like a madman, dancing like a madman, being extremely charismatic, being funny, being romantic. It's all perfect. Just the little moments, like at the end, the look that he gives her.
Oh yeah, dude, that look is perfect.
Like every single moment, every single line delivered is absolutely perfect. What do you mean you don't like jazz? You can't say that. It's such a blanket statement. What does that even mean? He's absolutely perfect, and if it weren't for Little Miss Number 1, it would be his best performance.
Oh,
but, you know,
hit the people with a little City of Stars real quick.
City of stars, are you shining just for me?
Damn,
you like that shit?
That's pretty good, dude. I didn't expect all that. All right,
you asked for it.
I gotta fan myself with something. My number 2 is Blue Valentine.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I thought you didn't even like that movie very much.
I don't, dude. It makes me feel terrible. It makes me feel horrible.
Every time we see it at McKay's for like $4, I'm like, dude, you should buy this. And you're like,
Dude, I feel like I need to take a shower after that movie, dude. Yeah. Like my life's falling.
I feel like I just want to never fall in love.
Yeah.
I just never want that to happen to me.
Yeah. Blue Valentine, I think, is... I mean, I'm not a fucking actor, but I think it would probably be the hardest role that... Out of everything that I've seen him do, it'd probably be the hardest one to do. Because you're like you said, he's playing 2 characters.
La La Land would be the hardest for me, but yeah.
Yeah, with the singing, dancing, learning how to play piano, yeah. That would be hard.
Being hot, that part. That's a little rough.
Yeah. All of his roles would be really when the criteria is be handsome, yeesh. I'm in a tough spot. But yeah, I think Blue Valentine, dude, there's so much he's again, not getting into spoilers, but like the younger him is, you know, I keep saying typical Ryan Gosling, but it's just he's so charming and like nice and you know, he hits it off with this girl, but even then, like she doesn't like, she's trying like not to like him, but he's so likable that she likes him. And then the second half, his older self, when he's changed a lot, dude, he's got these outbursts that he has, and he'll like kind of come back. And there's a scene that I watched and I was like, fuck, dude, I forgot how fucking incredible he was in this movie. And he is knocking it out of the park.
Yep.
Blue Valentine. His performance in Blue Valentine is incredible, and he does sing in Blue Valentine too, by the way.
Yeah.
So there's that as well.
Yep. Sure does. We moving on to old number 1.
Numero uno.
Everybody knew it was coming.
The nice guy.
What the fuck is this, Chet?
Yep.
It's
You guys
the
want
nice
to see my
guys.
dick?
It's Helen March. I was making this list, and this list was extremely hard to rank, except for number 1.
Yeah.
I instantly put down the nice guys, and then it got hard. Then I was like, okay, what's number 2? The nice guys, this was never a discussion. I stand by this being his best performance.
You know what's crazy is that you said get your Ryan Gosling list together, and I put the nice guys at number 1, and you were like, not movie itself, just performance. And I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, nice guys is still number 1, dude.
Yeah. Where do I even begin?
Dude.
It's my second favorite movie, so
Yeah.
we've talked about it so much on here.
Well, I think comedy is one of the hardest things to portray and like try and capture.
It is.
Like it's really easy to be for most people. I think it's easy to be funny in the moment and like see something goofy and make fun of it, but to like pretend to be in a situation and like his line delivery with everything, him riding in the ambulance after cutting his hand. And like reaching for shit and knocking shit over like a psycho.
Yeah,
like that's
his
just
little
hilarious.
micro expressions, like when he's having the meeting with Kim Basinger.
Yeah,
and he's looking over, like he asks permission to get a mint.
Yeah,
and like he looks over at for approval to Russell Crowe.
Yeah,
and just little shit like that, and porn is bad.
Yeah.
And he's like writing it down on his pad.
And he has such good chemistry with Russell Crowe too. Like they were so good together.
Yeah, and like you were saying, comedy is the hardest thing to do in any acting, in my opinion. Like, it is the hardest thing to do, and actors will tell you that. And that's why comedic actors, the ones that switch up and start doing dramatic roles, normally they're good.
Yeah,
because they've already mastered the hardest type of acting.
Yeah,
like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
He's mastered comedic acting, so it's easy for him to come to Uncut Gems.
Yeah.
And it's not easy for other people to go from dramas to comedy. A lot of times it doesn't work.
Yeah.
They think that they'll be funny, and they aren't. And Ryan can do it all.
Yeah.
He can do drama, and he can do comedy. And it's the funniest movie ever made, and a lot of that has to do with his performance. There's a lot of funny shit on the page, obviously, but there's a lot of things that aren't funny on the page. Like when I've brought this up before,
when
but there's a scene.
The gun.
There's a scene when he's talking to Miss Glenn, and he's explaining the situation, and she's like, "So, does this mean my daughter's still dead?" And he goes, "Yes." So on the page, that just says yes. That's not funny. If you're reading the script, it just says yes. But it's the way he says it that makes it funny. And he does that throughout the whole fucking movie. No, I didn't, Janet. I found it very useful, actually. Okay, Janet?
Just about to bring up him saying Janet after every sentence.
Rim shot.
Rim shot. Rim shot.
Hey, look, apple pie.
I thought your job ended when you broke my fucking arm.
Sucker punched your dad. All right, big difference.
Yeah, dude. For someone to be able to land comedy at that level and not like,
dude,
be like a comedic part. Like,
yeah, the whole movie hinges on you being funny.
Yeah, and he crushes it. Like fucking slam dunks that shit, dude.
And obviously his line delivery is awesome. Like, it makes everything funny throughout. Nobody wants to see your dick, dude.
Yeah.
It makes.
I already gave you 20.
What am I saying? Obviously his line delivery is great, but like I was saying, it's just those little expressions he makes physically. Like when the guy at the party's like, "What are you drinking?" I was like, I'm good. He said he was going to not drink tonight so he can focus on the job. And then he was like, it's on the house. And the look he looks over at him, like just that little look is hilarious.
What is...
When he finds the dead body next to the tree and he goes...
Yeah, dude. He's like trying to whistle.
Haley!
Were you in the pool? Oh, dude.
I was questioning the mermaids. What were you doing while I was working?
Dude, what does he like mumble whenever that kid goes, $20, man, or you can blow?
Wow. He goes, wow. All right. And then walks away.
Dude, this is their protest group. So
how do
why
you know
would
she's
she be
here? Because this is her protest group.
That was the hot tip I got the other day. And then the dude, the very end.
I don't hear you hearing me.
The very end. Sorry, you look Filipino.
Fuck those guys. You can always tell. Well, sometimes. Never.
Yeah, dude. They need to do a 2 and they need to deep
dive
into
segment.
why he hates ventriloquists.
Yeah, like a whole, like they're in the car riding together, driving somewhere, and he explains why he hates ventriloquism. Dude, I should just write the nice guys too and send it in. Listen.
Be like, Shane, I know you're a busy guy, so I just did the
heavy lifting for you.
Yeah.
Just
go ahead and slap that together for me.
Just bring that to Warner Brothers for me. Just let them know. Yeah. And we've talked so much about the comedy in The Nice Guys, but it's there's also a lot going on with Holland's character, with his past and his guilt and his relationship with his daughter and all that stuff. And it is actually a very layered performance too, because he's he's depressed and he's having a hard time moving on from what happened.
Yeah.
And that all factors into. So that's my number one.
Yep.
I don't know if that's going to change, especially since he said he doesn't want to do dark roles anymore.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because he said he doesn't, for the sake of his family, he doesn't want to go into that place anymore.
I respect that. That's
Which I
fine.
respect, but it's also like, I hope that doesn't mean more Gray Mans and Fall Guys.
Well, he's doing Hail Mary, right?
He is doing Project Hail Mary, which is great.
Yeah.
Which fits the criteria of not dark, but also good.
Yeah.
Well, it should be good. The book's good. I assume the movie's going to be good too. But yeah, we'll talk about the Fall Guy. I gave it a 3.5. I thought it was fun.
Heck yeah.
When we did our predictions, I predicted a 4, so it fell a little below. I think I thought it was doing a little too much between like the action of trying to find Tom Ryder and it being like the spy movie kind of, and then the action of the movie that they were making, and then the rom-com between him and Emily Blunt. I just thought it was a little crowded, and ran on a little too long, and it wasn't as funny as I was hoping. There were some moments that Ryan just made it funny.
Yeah.
But overall, it wasn't super funny as a movie. And that was a little disappointing. But I still had fun. And
yeah.
The Fall Guy is pretty divisive, it seems. Because there's some people that absolutely hate it. And gave it a 0.5 star.
Oh, that's
come
pretty
on,
insane, dude.
Like, I hate to be one of those turn your brain off people, but like, come on, dude. Yeah. Not every movie has to have amazing cinematography and great color grading and visual language. Like, you should know what you're getting into when you watch The Fall Guy, and I feel like it delivers on that.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a fun action romantic comedy.
Yeah.
Nothing more. Will I watch it again? Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I originally landed at a 4 with The Fall Guy. Like as soon as we left the theater, like I thought about it that night. I was like, I'll probably give this a 4. The more I thought about it, I did dial it back, and I was like, it's probably more like a 3.5. And I think a lot of what helps is Ryan's chemistry with Emily Blunt. I couldn't help but like root for them two to get together and love each other and like have a good time. I was like, obviously I want them to be together.
Yeah.
Because I really liked seeing them together. And then the action sequences were really cool. The fucking music, dude. The fucking I Was Made for Loving You playing.
Dude, the music is awesome.
You got fucking I Was Made for Loving You, Thunderstruck, You Give Love a Bad Name.
Yeah.
Like fucking playing my shit, dude.
Yeah. It's
Playing my shit.
It's an awesome soundtrack. And also, that like opening scene is I'm pretty sure that whole thing's a one take. There may be some hidden cuts.
Oh, yeah,
but
yeah.
like from the second the movie starts to him at the top of the tower, it's a one take.
Yeah.
And it's Ryan falling from that high.
Yeah.
Like that's actually him doing that, which is super rare. So I respect the hell out of that. I like Winston Duke. He's good.
Yep.
He said he wants to play Batman. Hell yeah.
Dude,
Sign me up.
that might be the first time we've gotten a guy that might be a little too big to play Batman, dude. He's fucking
fuck
huge.
That. Fuck all that.
Winston is such a big
I want him to
dude.
be as big as possible.
Did you see how fucking massive he was compared to Ryan?
Yeah. He's a...
God bless. What a fucking meat of a man.
Yeah. Just a behemoth
Yeah,
of a man.
dude.
But yeah, I'd like for him to play Batman.
That'd
just
be
a
really
side
cool.
note. That'd be awesome. But
Don't put him up against Bane though, unless you animate Bane,
yeah.
a cartoonishly huge person.
Yeah, unless you get Andre the Giant.
Yeah.
But yeah, like nothing too much to say about it. The cast is good. I think it's fun. I like the music. I think the stunts are good. It runs a little too long, and it's not. I don't know. You don't get too emotional or anything during it. It's
No.
pretty shallow. But
Yeah, the big thing for me was kind of like what you said. It just felt a little crowded, I guess is a good word for it.
it had a little too much to focus on any one thing.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about it, and although I do like the scenes with him and Emily Blunt, and I think that relationship works, you can kind of take her out of the movie and just have it where a stunt guy... Okay, I'm going to get into spoilers for The Fall Guy.
Okay.
So, fair warning. You could just have it where it's about a stunt guy that's taking the fall for a lead actor, and the agent or whoever that lady is like setting it up because she doesn't give a fuck about the stuntman.
Yeah.
He's meaningless, and she cares about Tom Ryder and saving his, reputation. So, like that plot in itself works.
Yeah.
And like you sympathizing with a stuntman, I feel like that could have worked on its own, unless I'm crazy. I feel like you didn't even really need the romantic subplot, even though it works. It just, you have to get rid of something, and I feel like you can't get rid of him being a stuntman. You can't get rid of the action. So it's like the only thing that makes sense to get rid of is the romantic subplot. And if you can make this movie like an hour and a half of just the action comedy of like a stuntman getting framed for the murder that the lead actor did,
Yeah.
I feel like that'd be a lot better.
Yeah.
And that sucks that I'm saying that because I love Emily Blunt and she is great, but something has to go, kind of.
Yeah, no,
it is a little too long.
I kind of agree with you as much as I like their chemistry together. You either get rid of that or you kind of get rid of the noir side of things and just have him like kind of fall into a setup and then try and like claw his way out.
Yeah.
Instead of him like trying to hunt down Tom Ryder. But apparently The Fall Guy was based on a TV show, an old TV show, which I didn't know.
Yeah. I knew it was based on a TV show, but I didn't know like the plot of it before I saw the movie.
Yeah, I didn't know either.
Yeah. But also I like the title, The Fall Guy, with him being the fall guy for the crime and him also being the guy who's known for the fall that like injured him.
Yeah, and the guy that takes the falls for the actors.
Yeah. So I feel like that's a sick name.
Yeah, it works on so many different levels.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but the fall at the very end got my
From the
wiener hard.
helicopter?
Yeah, when he does like that spin in the air.
It looks
that shit,
awesome.
Dude, it was so cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah, I liked it. Did you like the I Was Made for Loving You remix that they played?
Which one? Because they played it like...
Oh, they had multiple?
There was one that was like the melody of it, but it was like with just random stuff. It sounded like chains like being hit to make like the sound of it.
The one I'm talking about was by Youngblood. Hang on.
Yeah.
It was when they played this when he was coming out of the water, looking hot as shit.
Yeah, he's fucking wearing his tank top. Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's... I don't know. I don't like Youngblood very much, but it works in the movie.
It works in the movie because it like starts off slow.
Yeah.
And it kind of matches the tone. But I've just been listening to the
Kiss
regular
version.
Kiss version.
Yeah.
Plus that one doesn't really like remix it like a lot. Like after the slow intro, it kind of just does like it's the normal like guitar riff of Kiss's version.
Yeah. But yeah, enjoyable movie, 3.5. I really wish Ryan would get back to his indie movie roots. I want more Place Beyond the Pines, Blue Valentine, Half Nelson, Drive, shit like that. Like,
I don't know if we're gonna get another Blue Valentine.
It seems like he's done with stuff like that. It seems like he enjoys doing blockbusters now.
Yeah.
And you can do good blockbusters, so it's not like he's doomed. Project Hail Mary could be good. I'm excited for the Oceans movie, because the concept of that just sounds great. Do you know about that?
No.
He's doing an Oceans prequel where him and Margot Robbie are playing Danny Ocean's parents in the 60s.
Oh my god, dude.
Yeah.
That's gonna be sick.
It sounds amazing.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like the 60s set design with them like robbing banks and being hot as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And him and his chemistry with Margot Robbie is great too.
Really,
his chemistry with anyone in the fucking world is great, dude.
Yeah, it's hard to find someone who doesn't have good chemistry with Ryan Gosling. But so there's some I really wanted him to do Wolfman, dude. That is so upsetting.
God, yeah.
I was so
good.
excited for that. Him teaming up with Cian France again. I was so fucking excited for that. But hopefully he just doesn't do the Gray Man 2 or the Fall Guy 2. He said there's a script written for the Fall Guy 2. Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
As much I enjoyed it, but I don't want another one. I want him to do something else.
It doesn't seem like it's making a ton of money, so
that might be the hope. That might be like the saving grace.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's doing too well.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it'll get greenlit, but the Gray Man was streaming, right?
Yeah.
So that probably like guaranteed made money.
I don't know. I mean,
dude, I feel like anything that you put on the top 10 of Netflix, people will just watch.
Yeah, but watching doesn't make you money. Like, I don't know. I think the streaming model's so retarded.
Yeah.
Just makes no sense for anybody. Just put it in theaters. You're getting money every time someone watches it in theaters.
Yep.
If I already have a Netflix account and you drop a new Netflix movie, I'm not spending any money. I'm spending money I'm already spending if you didn't drop the movie.
Yeah.
So from their perspective,
they just rely fully on like people signing up to watch what they have.
I guess their perspective is, we're going to spend money on movies to make the service more valuable. It keeps people subscribed. It will add subscribers. If someone loves David Fincher and they want to watch The Killer, they have to subscribe. And it makes sure the more watchers you have, the more you can charge for ads.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, but it's also like, there's just no way that equals like box office money. I don't know. It's not my job. I don't care. I mean, if the studios fail, fuck them. I don't. doesn't affect me. Just make some good movies.
Yeah.
That's all I say.
Give me good shit.
Yeah. So that's going to be it for the scoop. Hopefully in 2 days we're seeing the new Apes.
Dude.
And
I'm so excited.
I don't know what we'll talk about. We could just like rank Apes movies, but that's too easy.
Tell you what we need to do is watch those 3 Star Trek movies. I feel like that's an easy fucking...
What does that have to do with apes?
Doesn't have anything to do with the apes.
That's what I'm talking about, though.
Just something. I mean, we could get an ape in here. We could rent one.
Oh, like what's the monkey from Drake and Josh? Bobo?
That's your expertise, pal. I
You don't know Bobo?
No.
Wow. You've never seen that episode?
I don't think so.
Oh. Yeah, Drake and Josh's dad, Walter, gives them money to buy a car, and then instead of buying a car, Drake buys Bobo. And they decide to sell Bobo to a guy, but then they find out that the guy eats monkeys. So they have to go to the guy's house to save Bobo.
He eats monkeys.
Yeah.
Were they mistaken? Or does he actually eat monkeys?
He eats monkeys.
Oh, shit, dude.
Yeah.
I didn't realize Drake and Josh got that dark.
Yeah. He's just like this rich guy that just he loves fine cuisine of orangutans.
Holy shit, dude.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You haven't seen that?
No,
it's a
dude.
popular episode.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
No, I was...
And they find his apartment, and then he locks them in the closet while he eats Bobo. He doesn't... Spoiler alert, he doesn't actually get to eat Bobo.
Oh.
Someone stops him before...
Gosh
before
darn
then.
Fucking Hannibal Lecter on Drake and Josh didn't eat the monkey.
Yeah, anyways. We'll think about something. We'll talk, yeah.
We discuss things on occasion.
We'll discuss things here. Hopefully this audio sounded good and didn't sound like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
But we'll see you guys next week on the
Film Scoop.